Coming up, an audio recording in the hands of federal prosecutors allegedly captures former President Donald Trump discussing classified documents in his possession before the raid at Mar-a-Lago. How Trump's legal team is responding. And the Biden administration will be admitting an unprecedented amount of migrants into the U.S. using the border app. How many migrants are expected to enter monthly under the new initiative? The rundown starts now. This is Straight Arrow News, bringing you unbiased, straight facts. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. Federal prosecutors have obtained an audio recording in which former President Trump allegedly acknowledges holding on to classified material after leaving the White House. This is according to sources who spoke to CNN, claiming special counsel Jack Smith is using the recording as an important piece of evidence in a possible case against Trump. Sources say the audio tape is from a meeting that was held in the summer of 2021, where Trump apparently acknowledges holding on to a classified Pentagon document that detailed potential plans to attack Iran. According to one of the sources, Trump even acknowledged he should have declassified the document before leaving office. Lawyers for Trump have already responded to the news of the recording, calling it a leak campaign against Trump and doubling down that the president was within his rights as commander-in-chief to declassify the material. In a late vote Wednesday, the House passed the debt agreement brokered by the House Speaker and President that raises the debt ceiling to avoid a default. The bill will now make its way over to the Senate, where lawmakers will have to act quickly to meet a June 5th deadline. The bill passed with bipartisan support, but gained more opposition from Republicans who argued for hours on the House floor that more government spending cuts were needed. In the end, the bill passed a major hurdle and now heads for senators to review. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has told his chamber to prepare for potential votes over the weekend.
There's been a very good vote in the House of Representatives. I hope we can move the bill quickly here in the Senate and bring it to the president's desk as soon as possible.
The Biden administration will start processing and admitting 40,000 migrants each month through its Customs and Border Protection One app, an unprecedented number according to the Department of Homeland Security. This is in addition to the 30,000 migrants coming over each month through Biden's sponsorship program. Border officials are preparing to allow more than 1,200 appointments daily for migrants to present themselves at ports of entry to request asylum. For comparison, in the 5 years before the pandemic, an average of about 300 migrants were processed daily. The Biden administration's new initiative will double the amount of migrants processed each month, up from 20,000 to 40,000 appointments with asylum seekers. The White House says by allowing more legal opportunities for migrants to enter the U.S., they are hoping it deters illegal crossings that have hit record levels during Biden's first 2 years of office. Including the migrants coming over from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela via sponsorship programs, the U.S. will be processing upwards of 70,000 asylum seekers each month. A jury has found that 70s show star Danny Masterson guilty of 2 counts of rape in which his role in the Church of Scientology played a major factor. It took the jury 7 days spread over 2 weeks to come to a guilty verdict. Masterson was a prominent member in the church and, according to prosecutors, used his status to avoid consequences for decades. The 3 women he was accused of drugging and raping between 2001 and 2003 were members of the church at the time. The 47-year-old actor faces up to 30 years in prison. Amazon will pay out more than $30 million in settlements with the Federal Trade Commission over privacy concerns related to its Ring camera and Alexa products. In a court filing, the FTC says any Ring employee or contractor had access to download, view, share customers' personal videos. Regulators say one employee spied on a female customer for months using cameras placed in bedrooms and bathrooms. Amazon settled a second lawsuit that alleges it violated the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act by retaining voice recordings and geolocations of young users. Because of a lack of safeguards, the FTC says more than 55,000 U.S. customers faced attacks from hackers on their smart devices. There were fewer babies born in the U.S. last year compared to 2021, according to new data from the CDC, suggesting that a rebound in the birth rate following the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic has ended. However, it was an ever so slight decrease by less than 1%. The U.S. was once among only a few developed countries with a fertility rate that ensured each generation had enough children to replace itself. But it's been sliding, and in 2020 dropped to the lowest rate on record. It rose slightly in 2021 and stayed flat in 2022. As for the teen birth rate, it hit another record low last year. Since 2009, the teen birth rate has declined every year. From its last peak in 1991, rates have fallen 80%. These are your top stories. Thanks for joining us for the Rundown. We're on a mission to bring back trustworthy journalism by serving only you, not an agenda. Be sure to check out more of our work at straightarrownews.com. And you can also find the latest Rundown episodes available as a podcast on all major podcast platforms. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.